Sacred Heart High School welcomes you. Today we are going to see in Science-2, Chapter 1, Heredity and Evolution, Part 2. In this part, we are going to study about evolution, theory of evolution, and different evidences of evolution. Let us start with what is evolution. Now, evolution is the gradual change occurring in living organisms over a long duration. This is a very slow going process through which development of organisms is achieved. So, we can say that evolution is the process by which new types of organisms develop from other existing organisms. For example, amphibians evolved from fish. All the stages in changes occurred in various components ranging from stars and planets in space to the biosphere present on the earth should be included in the study of evolution. Formation of new species due to changes in specific characters of several generations of living organisms as a response to natural selection is called as evolution. Now we shall see how life existed on the earth. It is believed that 3.5 billion years ago, life had been non-existent on the earth. At the beginning, there may have been only simple elements in the ocean on the earth, and simple type of organic and inorganic compounds may have been formed from those. Complex compounds like proteins and nucleic acids may have formed over the long period from those simple compounds. First primitive type of cells may have been formed from the mixture of different types of organic and inorganic compounds. Number of those cells may have increased at the cost of surrounding chemicals. So there may have been some differences among these cells, and according to the principle of natural selection, some may have shown good growth and some may have perished which could not adjust with the surroundings. So at present, crores of species of plants and animals with huge diversity regarding shape and complexity are present on the earth. Animal diversity ranges from the unicellular amoeba and paramecium to man and giant whale. The plant diversity consists of various species ranging from unicellular chlorella to the huge banyan tree. The life existed on earth everywhere from equator to both the poles. They are also present at all places like air, water, land, rock, etc. Humans have shown curiosity about origin of life and reasons for such a great diversity in life present on the earth since ancient period. Different theories about origin and evolution of life have been proposed till today, of which theory of gradual development of living organisms is accepted. So we can say that evolution is a process of gradual change that will take place over many generations, during which species of animals, plants, or insects slowly change some of the physical characteristics which lead to the evolution of plants and animals, which put forth the theory of evolution by natural selection. Next, we shall see theory of evolution. According to this theory, first living material, protoplasm, has been formed in ocean. In due course of time, unicellular organism was formed. Gradually, changes occurred in the unicellular organism from which larger and more complex organisms were formed. All those changes were slow and gradual. Duration of all these changes is at most 300 crore years. Changes and development in living organisms had been all round and multidimensional, and this led to evolution of different types of organisms. Hence, this overall process is called as evolution, which is organizational. So we can define evolution as the progressive development of plants and animals from the ancestors having different structural and functional organization. Evolution is an everlasting process of changes. The proof to support this process are called evidences of evolution, which are of following types. The first type is called as morphological evidence. Now, if you see in the picture, there are similarities in the external and visible features which are called as morphological evidence. If you see in the picture in animals, similarities in the structures such as mouth, nostrils, ear pinna, position of eyes, thickly distributed body fur or hair. Now, if you see in plants, similar characters such as leaf shape, leaf venation, leaf petiole, etc. Now, these similar features indicate that origin of different animal or plant groups must be the same, having a common ancestor. Next evidence is called as anatomical evidence. Now, if you carefully observe the picture, there doesn't seem any superficial similarity between human hand, cat's foreleg, flipper of whale, and patagium of bat. Similarly, use of each of those structure is different in respective animals. However, there is similarity in structure of bones and bony joints in organ of each of those animals. This similarity indicates that those animals may have common ancestor. Now the third evidence is vestigial organs. What are vestigial organs? Degenerated or underdeveloped useless organs of organisms. In living organisms, sudden development of new tissues or organ for living in changing environment is not possible. Instead, existing organs undergo gradual changes. Same structure under different situations may become useless or even harmful. Such structure begins to degenerate under such situation as per the principle of natural selection. Now, for example, appendix. Now, if you take appendix, it is useless to human, but it is useful and fully functional organ in ruminants. Now, such organ, though non-functional in certain organisms, may be functional in other organisms. So, it is not vestigial in other organisms. Similarly, muscles of ear pinna, which are useless to human, are useful in monkeys for movement of ear pinna. Various vestigial organs like tailbone or coccyx, wisdom teeth, body hairs are present in body of human being. Next we shall see paleontological evidences. A question may arise in your mind that which organism existed millions of years ago. How can we tell this now? This secret has been hidden in the earth. Large number of organisms get buried due to disasters like flood, earthquake, volcano, etc. Remnants and impressions of such organisms, as you can see in the picture, they remain preserved underground. These are called fossils. So you can see that fossils throw light on the evolutionary process as they offer direct evidence of evolution. There is a technique called as carbon dating technique. Now this carbon dating is a technique to understand the age of a fossil. When alive, animals and plants, they consume carbon continuously, but this process ends after the death. Later, the body carbon in the form of C14 undergoes continuous decaying process. C12 is not radioactive, therefore the ratio between C14 and C12 changes continuously. By calculating the following three aspects, the age of fossil can be determined by knowing the first one, the time passed since the death of a plant or animal. Second one is the measurement of radioactivity of C14. Third one is the ratio of C14 to C12 present in the body. Now there are various uses of carbon dating. It is useful for study of paleontology, understanding anthropology, determining the age of human fossils and manuscripts, calculating the age of fossils and placing them in geological time scale, deducing the information about the former organism, like example invertebrates gave rise to vertebrates gradually during evolution. Now we shall see the next evidence, which is called as connecting links. So some plants and animals show some morphological characters by which they can be related to two different groups. Hence they are called as connecting links. For example, in peripatus, characters like segmented body, thin cuticle and parapodia like organs are present. Similarly, these animals show tracheal respiration and open circulatory system similar to arthropod. This indicates that peripatus is connecting link between the annelida and arthropoda. Now similarly, the second example you can take is duck-billed platypus. They lay eggs like reptiles but show relationship with mammals too due to presence of mammary glands and hairs. Lungfish performs respiration with lung irrespective of being fish. So these examples indicates that mammals are evolved from reptiles and amphibians from fishes. The last evidence is called as embryological evidences. Now if you clearly see the picture, you can say that comparative study of embryonic development stages of various vertebrates, as you can see in the picture, it shows that all embryos show extreme similarities during initial stages and those similarities decrease gradually. Similarities in initial stages indicate that the common origin of all these animals. So these are the 6 evidences of evolution.